Yes, everybody, welcome into a little right about now. Betsy Rawlings from Fayetteville Athletic Club joining me as always, or as consistently as humanly possible. And Betsy, I think we should just dive right in because we were having an interesting discussion right before we came on here.
Yes.
We were talking about that your second to youngest is now starting track, which has inspired you to get out there and start running again.
The penultimate child is now of the age to be in track, and though I know you want to believe that I am running again because of you.
Yeah, I do.
I'm gonna
even no matter what
you're
say,
just gonna believe that, right?
A little bit is because of me.
No, so I used to run a lot. It was a major part of my day, my week, my workout. It was part of my, therapy. I got to just like empty my brain and go run. And then just through life and happenstance and whatever, I kind of got away from it. But I ran with my oldest two as they got to this stage, as they got to this age and were doing track. I ran with them, and I felt kind of bad that Violet was not getting mom to run with her. And truthfully, I also just need to beat her. I need to be faster than she is. So I've started running again.
Okay, well, first of all, congratulations for you
Thanks.
stepping up to this challenge. I find it interesting because, like, my son is the youngest, right? And I was at his sister, who is a senior now. I was at everything she did, every
All the
basketball game, every assembly where she may even be on stage for half a second. I was always there. With Felix, I feel like I've let some things slide. And in some weird way, I'm okay with that.
No, I get it.
I'm like, you know what? It'll make you stronger. I feel like if somebody isn't, we should consistently be there. But if you don't have a parent there every time you're walking across the halls of your school, it's okay.
Right. Those were the first ones that I started to really let myself let go. Was when in this hour-long assembly that I'm going to have to sit through, my child's name is going to get called, and they're going to be on the stage for
half a second.
All of the time it takes them to walk across the stage. And I've rearranged my whole life for this. And though I do love my children and I want to be there for all of their moments, they also need to learn the fact that real life doesn't necessarily
stop. It doesn't stop, and that's a lesson, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
And they've actually been way more okay with it. It was much harder on me than it was on them.
That's
they don't even really notice.
I think children are very resilient that way, and it's not like it makes them sad or, some sensitive souls out there a little bit, but.
Well, and we still make a deal about it. I still am like, yay, you got an award. Like you did the thing or whatever, but they understand, they get it.
I think the competitive part of it is true also even for me because I think that Felix now.
You want to be faster than Felix.
Well, he does track and he does cross country.
Yes.
I think that he got his desire to want to do those things because he sees his parents running all the time, right? So I'm always running, so he gets that. It's
leading
just part
by
of the
example,
lifestyle.
it really does make a difference.
And last year at this time, we ran a turkey trot together. We were in Florida and we won.
I'm remembering this now.
And I came in first and he came in second.
Yeah.
This year, though, we didn't do that.
You had to go to Florida to win.
Right. I did have to go to Florida to win. So that was the 5K. We also did a 1 mile where he won.
Okay.
Because he is, he's younger. He's going to be faster than me in the short distance, right?
Yes.
So he's also run, we ran a half marathon together. All four of us did, actually. Felix and I were, in our family, we were first and second, right? But what I'm getting around to saying is that I think we're getting to the age where he's going to be faster than me, and I've kind of let that go. I think distance is my thing. I don't know if he'll get up to running a full marathon. In the near future, he will eventually. But anyway, I can still say I've run more marathons than you at the moment.
Yes.
To something.
For sure.
Because you got to hold on to it. As you age, you're like,
can. Yeah,
I got to hold on to 16 as long as you can.
He's reaching his peak running.
Right.
And you're kind of falling off the other edge.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
But that's okay because I'm all for the distance.
Yes.
Violet, Keegan and Kendall were distance runners.
Yeah.
Violet she's in it for the short
burst.
I was never a short burster.
So when Felix does track, now he does cross country, but when he does track, they put him on, all the different kind of relay teams and whatever. But what he really has gotten into is pole vaulting, which I love because I've never done pole vaulting.
I
have so much
that
respect.
looks so cool.
Yeah, it looks so cool. I have so much respect. I don't think I could do it. And last year he did it for the second year, I guess, last year.
Yep.
But they're so lightweight also, they hardly bend the pole.
Yes.
It's just kind of like, can you hang on to this thing while
you ride the pole over?
Yeah, exactly. So who knows what'll happen this year, but that is one what is it called? An event during track that I have no connection point with. I just admire.
Track meets, I must say, they need to figure out a better way.
Can we make them last less time? Why is it all night long?
They take forever.
I agree. And a football game can be grueling as well, especially when your kid is on the sideline and not really playing.
Yes.
But there's a little bit more of an atmosphere, although there are a lot of parents out there. One of my big frustrations is when it becomes like a who's who, like you're just there to be seen and not necessarily. And I'm like, Felix, just text me 10 minutes, because we literally live across the street from the high school.
Yes.
So I'm like, text me when you're ready.
I'm going to go do this, and then I'm going to show up with like my sweats and my hat on, like bundled and whatever, because it's usually, for some reason, it always tends to be either 10 million degrees or it's like sleeting and raining.
Perfect.
There is no
And the kids don't care. They'll be outside running in that stuff. They don't care. Good. Well, good. You're taking up running again. Are you going to have to, now that you're sort of integrating this back into your schedule, are you going to have to let something drop?
I don't.
You haven't figured that out yet?
I don't know, because I'm not that far along yet. At some point I am. If I want to get back to distances that I was running before, I will have to adjust somewhere.
Adjust something. Yeah.
But for a long time I shouldn't have to adjust anything, and that will just be more based on scheduling, and I can't do like 3 workouts in a day.
What?
Anymore.
I'm going to be vain for a second. I'm sorry to our viewing audience.
You can do
my
3
hair,
workouts in a day?
No, my hair is nuts right now, and I can't really do anything about it. It's just curly, and I'm getting a haircut right after this show. So
I didn't want to say anything,
yes,
but it was pulling a little bit of something about Mary going on.
Yeah, I did just a little. I know. Okay, enough chatter. Let's actually focus our conversation. So I think that what we should do is talk about a couple of trending things.
Let's do it.
Box office stuff.
Yeah.
Spotify Wrapped is out, so I feel like we could take a minute and talk about our Spotify. Do you have a Spotify?
I have a Spotify.
Okay. Wait, I can't. We're gonna come back after the break and dive into that. I have not released my details of my Spotify Wrapped to anybody yet, so you're gonna be the first to know.
My family knows mine.
And are they proud or not? Just a little tease.
They kind of made a little bit of fun of me.
Yeah, okay. That's all of us here. Stay with us. We're going to have more. We're going to talk Spotify Wrapped in the box office when we come back with more right about now.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes, everybody, we are back. Thanks for joining us on Right About Now. Before the break, we told you we were going to visit our Spotify Wrapped list. I feel like let's just dive into that one, Betsy.
Let's do it.
So, if you're not familiar, Spotify is a streaming service where you can listen to music. Millions of users all over the world. Billions, probably.
If you are not familiar, where have you been?
Right. And I have been a Spotify user for years. I think this Wrapped concept is really cool, and you have seen that other places have piggybacked on this. Several apps and websites now will be like, hey, you visited here often. These are the top things that you did over the last year. So that's what Spotify does with their Wrapped. They kind of, in a nutshell, they give you a picture of your listening habits. They'll tell you the top albums you listen to, how many genres you listen to, your top songs, top artists, and they'll kind of rank them for you by the amount of time you spent on their app listening.
And it
But
can actually be pretty surprising.
they also do things like audiobooks and books as well. It can be eye-opening. And here's what I have to say about the year that was 2025 in the music scene for me personally. As is noticed in my Wrapped, I didn't vibe with a lot of music this year. There weren't a lot of new releases that I really had to listen to.
You were feeling nostalgic, kind of the stuff you already knew.
Well, it's just my Wrapped is just very eclectic. It's bizarre.
Yeah.
It's a bizarre year.
Oh no,
Now,
I totally get
now
that.
usually, if there is a new, I don't know, band that I'm really into that that releases a new album, that's the one. It'll be like my top 3 songs, and it'll be like my number 1 album or whatever. And I'll get into it in a second. I've always been a big soundtrack guy.
Okay,
when a movie
not
comes out,
surprising
so
at
I
all.
have soundtracks on there. But
Yeah.
I was surprised by what took the top spot. How about you? Just in general, what did you think about your Wrapped?
In general, this is the first year that I think my Wrap got pretty close to what my actual listening habits are. For so many years, either my kids were taking over my phone and the music, or I was making playlists for teaching classes at work. And so my Wrapped really kind of got skewed because of that. This year, not so much. So it is a lot closer. The thing that always catches me, though, and it caught me in my top songs, I feel like Spotify will decide that you like a song and it
Yeah.
will keep playing it. And then if you're not there to just like I just have it on and I'm not necessarily there to skip past it, then that song will keep inching its way up, and the more it plays and the more Spotify wants to play it. And so it does kind of skew you a little bit, but I feel like I got pretty close. I am actually a very eclectic listener myself. But I, however, this year did listen to quite a few albums.
Well, good. I'm trying to get up where I can pull up my Spotify here on screen so people can see. But
Can see what it looks like.
I don't know how we should do this. Do you want to just kind of divulge some of the things? Maybe like not your
Yeah.
tops, but some of those little known facts about your listening habits or something?
I actually, I was surprised to see that I listened to 13,392 hours. That's 9 days worth of music.
Wow.
Which honestly, I feel like could have been higher.
Okay.
Because this year, I feel like I listened to a lot of podcasts and audiobooks, and I don't do audiobooks through Spotify.
I'm the same. I do not do it through Spotify. I have Audible on my phone, and so
Yeah.
a lot of people do that. The listen through Spotify, and I know I could. I think I listened to 1 or 2 audiobooks through Spotify this year, but I did not. I didn't do that either.
I am swapping over this year from Audible to Spotify, or at least for a little while, for audiobooks to give that a try. So next year my number might be a little bit higher, but
Okay.
307 different genres.
Yeah.
My different genres in no particular order: indie pop, dance pop, alternative rock, electronic, hip hop, just kind of a lot of stuff, a lot of different things.
Okay. Should I
Yeah, I want to know
bring
yours.
some facts into
Let's do
this
it.
from mine?
Mm-hmm.
Man, I never know the best way to tackle this because now they give you so many
They
options.
give you so
I'm like,
many different ways that
I don't know how to-
track this.
Right. I don't know where to go.
It's almost too much at this point.
I find it interesting that, blah, blah, blah.
What's the blah, blah,
Well,
blah
they
you don't
make-
want to tell us?
Just they make it a whole thing. I don't.
Yeah, because it's all, it's a whole, you have to, watch the animation and stuff.
My
that goes
biggest
with
day
it.
in listening
Okay.
was March 24th. I don't know
Ah.
why. That is a day that was my biggest music listening day. My biggest audiobook day was July 18th, which I think I was traveling at that time, so I was listening while I was traveling. That would make
makes
a lot of sense.
My days that marked my bigger listening days were all days where I was, on an airplane or in a car.
Okay, yeah, totally. Similar thing with me. Rap. There is something out there, and I can't find it right now, but it was your listening age.
Oh,
Did you see that?
yes. My listening age is 28.
Oh, mine's 31. How cool are we and hip?
We are cool.
We're the
and hip.
coolest and hippest.
This is one of the things that my family was making fun of me Obviously about my listening habits and
Yes.
some of the songs and my top artists and whatnot. But then my listening age was younger
Yeah.
than everybody else in my family. And I'm like, I'm waiting on the other shoe to drop. They are totally going to come back with me. Some reason why that's not good.
Accurate.
Right.
Here at the station, we have a lot of young people. Myself in the morning, specifically myself and Charles are the two old guys.
Not
Right
young
now,
people.
Jacqueline has been away on vacation. We had the two youngest ages of listening
See, that's
with
the
everybody.
thing.
I was 31. Charles was 22.
Oh my God.
And yes.
Okay, so I feel like there's something behind this that we're missing.
What do we? And people are going to be like, "Yep."
And it's going to come back to haunt us.
How many minutes did you say?
I listened, it was hours, 13,392 hours. Or is that minutes? It's 9 days.
Okay. Listen to how.
I guess that's minutes.
Because I run,
Minutes.
as we've
It's
discussed,
minutes. That's minutes. I wrote hours down.
I listened for almost 88,000 minutes, which
See?
is 61 days.
And that's when I ran regularly, I am positive.
Yes, it was
my
higher.
time was way, way, way higher than it is. Because now, like I said, a lot of mine, when I'm walking, I'm just listening to podcasts or audiobooks.
Right.
And so that takes a lot of those minutes away.
You mentioned your top genres. So for me this year, soundtrack was number one.
Soundtrack.
It has been for several years on this. Indie folk, pop, country, which is
Okay.
interesting because I don't know
Huh.
how they classify. I don't really think I listen to a lot of pop country, but apparently I do. And then rock and pop.
Okay.
So
you
that's
know,
me. Indie rock and pop
And-
really does, and soundtracks do define me. So that's not.
Mine has a lot of indie and pop. Indie
Mhm.
and pop.
Yeah.
In it. I mean, I think that's our age.
Yes, probably. Okay, do you want to talk songs? I'm almost embarrassed. Not really embarrassed, but
You shouldn't be embarrassed. You
Okay.
probably should be. I probably should not say you shouldn't be embarrassed
No,
until I hear your top song.
I'll tell you.
Okay.
Because it ain't no thing to me. Let me see if I can get this up on the screen. We want to go live.
While you're
Boom.
doing that,
There we go.
mine was
Got it.
Undertow by Always. Was my top song.
My top out of the top.
I can't wait. I
Out
can't
of-
wait. Come on.
Man, out of the top 20 songs, all of them but one are from the Superman soundtrack.
Oh,
All of them but one. I listened to the song Home, which is on Superman. Now,
Yeah.
here's the deal. I was listening to this while I was running, right?
Okay.
And so, like, it's inspirational. It's Superman. You're like, yeah, I can get it. I can,
yes.
I can
and
fly.
that is the thing. When you find a beat
Rap.
that you like when you are running, it is so easy to
Yeah.
stick with that because you almost pace yourself.
Absolutely.
to it.
Yes. So I have a ton of that in there. And then
What was your non-Superman song?
it's a song by Joshua Radin, who is an indie folk artist, which
Okay.
is why that's probably up there, as well as
Yes.
Ben Rector is in my top
Yeah.
listenings. And then I get into musicals, right? So I've got The Wizard and I, which I listen to a lot from the Wicked soundtrack. I've got the Book of Mormon on here, which I listened to several times. So it's fascinating because I just in general would not say that this list of songs were my favorite songs this year, or I'm surprised that they even topped the list, right?
Yeah.
And if I look back at last year's list, which I can actually do, but if I do look back, that year I feel like had a closer snapshot to who I am, right? So like I was listening to some indie rock. It's on here on your screen. The Smile, which is a Radiohead offshoot. I was listening to Ray
Mhm.
LaMontagne. I was listening to Green Day,
All
Taylor
of that makes
Swift,
complete
Kings of
sense to
Leon.
me.
Like
Yeah.
there was a better year for me personally in music last year. And it's very eclectic, right? So if I look at my top 10, I've got different little album covers that are showing it.
Mm-hmm.
This year, it's like all just Superman. So I can tell that I think it was while I was training for that marathon that I
Mhm.
ran in Rio de Janeiro this summer. So I was doing logging a lot of hours running, and I was just jamming that soundtrack.
I know that I listen to a lot of albums. I do like to start an album and listen to, like, pick an album, an artist that I want to listen to, and just listen to an entire album because a a lot of artists put a lot of thought into
Right.
the order that their songs go in, and the
Yes.
whole album actually tells a story.
That's how I am. I listen to the whole album
But
instead of just the one.
I was kind of surprised at what my top ones.
Okay, what were they?
Lord was my top album listened to.
Okay.
Virgin, and then Sabrina Carpenter. I don't remember listening to that album all that often, but
And
I guess I did.
I'm a fan. I saw this guy play. He came out of the Bob Dylan movement. So
Okay.
whatever kind of music
yeah,
that is.
that's got that folky
Folk, right? His
thing
name's
going.
John Gorka.
Okay.
He's probably in his 70s now. I
Mhm.
listened to him and I was just surprised that he was one of my top 5 artists this year
Mm-hmm.
because he didn't drop an album until like last month. And I'm like, did I just listen to it a lot in the last month? How in the world is
Yeah.
that my number whatever? But here we are. Also, this tells me I listened to 134 albums this year. I don't know. I feel like that number is down for me, but I could be wrong.
Yeah. And I guess it is tracking our habits better than we are. It just doesn't always feel super
Super accurate.
accurate.
My 3 of my top 5 albums are soundtracks: Superman, The Book of Mormon, and Oppenheimer.
Now, I mean, okay, but I do really like soundtracks, and
I do too.
when we go watch a movie,
Uh-huh.
I will, if I vibe with it, I will totally immediately bring up that soundtrack and listen to it, and not just the soundtrack, but the score, like not
Yeah,
just
the score.
the
Yeah, no, the songs.
songs,
Yeah, absolutely. That's
but
what
that
I have.
background
Yeah.
music that happens too, and the scores are actually really good. White noise. If you are
They're
a person like
perfect.
me that needs something happening in the background while you're working to keep you
Yeah,
paying attention,
100%.
scores to movies are a really
Dude,
great way to do that.
That's what these are. I mean, I said soundtrack, but they really are scores.
Okay.
So the
Yeah, so
Superman
all
is the
of it.
score, and Oppenheimer
Yeah.
is the score. Obviously, if you've got a musical, that's going to be singing. But
Right.
I love to
Gotcha.
immerse myself in a good movie. So
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I wrap myself in a blanket. I'll go see the movie. I'll read the book that was made, that was
Mhm.
written based on the screenplay. I'll listen to the soundtrack. When there's a good one out there, I just wrap myself up in it, which is what I did this year with Superman. Any surprises for you? What have we gotten into your songs yet? I mean, you just said Sabrina Carpenter.
I was surprised that Coldplay actually made it into my top
yeah, they came back because
artists, and I was a Coldplay fan. I've continued to be a Coldplay fan.
I
They
love
are in my
Coldplay.
playlist, but I was actually surprised. That's the one where I feel like where it really hits me that
no, they crept up into your thing
like-
because of the Jumbotron.
it just kept coming up.
Remember the
that's
Jumbotron
what
thing?
It was.
That's why you started listening to Coldplay again for a moment.
Yes, it draws it back to your mind, and you're like, oh,
Yeah,
they are so good.
yeah,
And
So,
listening.
definitely
That was my
listen to a lot.
surprise. What was yours? What was your surprise besides the fact
John
that
Gorka, who I just
John
mentioned.
Gorka. Yeah, gotcha.
I mean, nobody's going to be. He's not even running me. I can't even determine. I mean, I love it, but I can't really remember.
Is it your in
listening
the
to it
car
that much.
music?
It might be more like my walking through the airport, and you
Okay.
have one thing on your ear,
Yeah.
but you're really listening to something else. It's more like background. He's just kind of that background
Yes.
music vibe.
Yeah,
So
I get that.
I don't know. Maybe it was that. We did spend some hours on airplanes this year, so.
Planes.
Okay. Well, let's go to box office.
Yeah, you were just talking about movie soundtracks and scores.
Absolutely. Yes.
So holidays are always just a really great time for movies. They
Yes.
throw a ton of them at us.
Yep.
Unfortunately, it does take some time for some of them to get to us here in Northwest Arkansas, which is very unfortunate. But we do usually end up getting most of them. What are you looking forward to?
Okay, so we're looking at the box office numbers for Zootopia
Yeah.
2, which were through the roof. Also, Wicked.
Zootopia 2 killed it in
Yes.
opening weekend.
Can I be honest?
You're not in for it.
No,
You don't
I
wanna
love
watch it.
Zootopia 2. I cannot
Okay.
believe that all of these animated shows destroy the box office. Like when Lilo and Stitch, I know that was live
Yeah.
action,
Yes.
but based on an animated thing,
Mhm.
came out, destroyed everything else that was a release that weekend. And I mean, although I love it, I'm also just kind of like, what about Hamnet? That came out, right?
I have
It's
a
not
theory.
even going to crack the top 5 because everybody is going to see Zootopia 2. And it's family friendly,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. I get that. But what's your theory?
So the animated ones do tend to go everywhere as
Yeah.
opposed to like Hamnet and Sentimental Value and all of those
Sure.
things take some
They
time to
open
get different
nationwide.
places.
Yeah.
They open everywhere. So I feel like that gives them kind of a head up too. But I think that we're also kind of in a position right now where we feel like animation is an easy way, even if they're throwing ideas and commentary at us, we're not noticing it as much when it is animation. You can just sit and enjoy it and relax and enjoy the movie because it's cartoon pictures.
Yeah, you can just kind of almost turn your brain off.
So whether you're a kid, and they are family friendly, so you can take all your kids with you. You're not having to find time to go without your kids with you.
Sure.
Family, everybody can enjoy it. There's stuff for the adults. There's stuff for the kids. A well-made animated movie just really hits the spot for a lot of people.
Hits the spot. That's a good point.
It's the comfort food of the movie world.
Let's look at some releases that are coming out this month. How about
Yes.
that? So that people can kind of get excited. There are several that are coming out in limited release. I'm going to kind of leave those on the sideline for right now. And let's just look at big releases coming out starting this weekend. It's going to be Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Which I know that you really love animatronic horror.
So excited about
Killers.
the animatronic
Yeah.
horror.
But this one, you remember, it's based on the game, and it came out. The original came out a few years ago with Josh Hutcherson.
Yeah.
Matthew Lillard is going to be in this one, which is interesting because of Scream
Right?
fame. He's now in another franchise. It's sort of along the same theme. So that was coming out this weekend. I'm sure some people are going to go see it, but I'm also like, man, a month ago would have been the perfect time for this to come out.
Right.
I wonder
am
why we're doing the
surprised
holiday time.
Why did we leave Five Nights at Freddy's?
Why didn't we leave it in October, right?
It feels like it should have come out back when all of the scary stuff
Yeah,
was
100%.
hitting.
Another one that I'm kind of excited about is that Daniel Radcliffe is going to star in Merrily We Roll Along, which is a
so
Broadway
this looks, really fun.
show. Yes, of course, several big Broadway names in it as well. So that's big. Those are coming out this weekend on the 5th. But they're going to have to compete with Wicked 2, with Zootopia 2, which are going to remain the top 2 spots. I'll go out on a limb and say they're going to be 1 and 2 again this weekend.
I think they will be. They're still so new. They just came out.
I know, and when the theater's busy and when it feels like there's an extended amount of time when you can go see them. You know, as opposed to, man, you got to go see it before it's
Right.
gone.
Right.
I don't know.
We're going to go see Sentimental Value this weekend, and we have to see it this weekend because it will only
Exactly.
be here.
It's only going to be here for a short amount of time.
then. I'm not, and I know it's not going to get as much as everything else, but I'm actually excited about Hamnet.
I think we've talked about that before because it was in limited release. Now it's in big release.
Now it's in big release.
It's the story of Shakespeare losing his son, whose name was Hamnet, who for centuries people have speculated, and the theory still persists today, that the play Hamlet was written as an homage and in part of the grieving process of Shakespeare losing his son. And it seems like it's probably going to win some Academy Awards. I'll go out on a limb again and say that.
I totally agree with you. I think it will be.
The following weekend, December the 12th, there's not a whole lot happening.
Ella McKay. I'm excited about Ella McKay.
Ella McKay will be in limited release. I think it comes out full later on. But
and it's going to come to streaming very quickly from what I understand.
Okay, is it? Yeah, it looks cute. And I like Emma Mackey. So
Yes, I think that's going to be a great, fun one.
And we've got another weird, I call them a weird holiday horror mashup called Silent Night, Deadly Night. That's going to be in wide release. It's definitely a horror movie. Kind of reminds me of a few years ago.
Totally going to go see that one.
When that Violent Night movie came out that had David Harbour from Stranger Things in it, if you remember. To me, those are like in the same breath. Those are very similar. Yeah. I know that you love that stuff.
It's the best.
Okay, so then we get into kind of heavy hitters, right? Because even though some of these are going to be in limited release, they'll eventually come out in wide release. Marty Supreme with Timothée
excited.
Chalamet.
Timothée.
People are saying that, this is maybe an Oscar contender.
Mhm.
I have seen a couple of early reviews that have been a little more critical of this one, but
Okay.
overall, it's been really positive.
I do feel like the early reviews that come out that are just the critics do tend to be heavy-handed on the it's not as
skew.
good as they say it is.
Yeah, they skew towards being a little negative.
And then when it actually releases and those of us common folk
Right.
get to watch it, we get the real story of what's happening. You can just admit that you like the movie.
Yeah, just say it.
Like
It's all right.
it's okay. It's okay.
Another animated one is David, the story of David from David and Goliath, which
Mhm.
is being put out by Angel Studios. On Good Day NWA, we have our friend Chris come on from Angel Studios every once in a while, join us and talk about it. So he's really been hyping this one up, which makes
Yeah.
me kind of excited. Who doesn't love a good David and Goliath story? And this is
Right.
literally the David and Goliath story. So
I'm here for it.
here for it. We've already got tickets. We're going to see Avatar.
Of course. On the big screen.
You got to see it on the big screen. It's one that so Ella McKay, or
Mhm.
what is it called?
Ella McKay?
Is that what it's called?
I don't know. That
Yeah,
is
Ella
a movie.
McKay. Yeah, Ella McKay. And the actor's name is
Emma McKay.
Yeah, McKay or Mackey.
Mackie.
Right.
Mackie.
It's confusing. It's Ella McKay.
There we go.
That one I feel like you can get away with just kind of a normal screen.
Yes. Yeah. But Avatar, you need pay the extra, my friend.
You got to see it on the big screen.
Go to the IMAX.
Yeah.
Watch it.
Watch it and if anything else, it's just for the special effects. And for some reason with this movie, that's okay.
That's okay.
Go see it for that.
That's okay. So, Jason, do
Yeah.
you feel like someone who has never watched any of the Avatar movies
Yeah.
could go and watch this and be good? Are they going to miss out on something?
Okay, so what I read from early reviews
Okay.
is that this feels like part 2 of the movie that came out 3 years ago.
Okay.
I
So
think
you maybe need some backstory.
you might need a little backstory. You could see the first part that came out in 2007 as a standalone movie all by itself.
Okay.
Pick up in 2022 when The Way of Water came out.
Mm-hmm.
This new one, Fire and Ash, feels like a two-parter.
Okay.
The second part to the one that came out a few years ago.
Yeah.
Because what they started to do, you remember in the first one, we just knew the one Na'vi. They were the people of Pandora. You just knew that group. Well, last time they started to introduce some different tribes that also live on Pandora. They're also Na'vi. So think of Na'vi as a word like human, right? They're the inhabitants of this planet, but there are different tribes, there are different factions, and so you kind of need to understand a little bit about that, because I think that the characters we met of different tribes in The Way of Water
Mm-hmm.
are going to have something to do with the plot of the
Okay.
new one.
Yeah. So there is a little bit of lore that you need to understand.
Yeah,
going
that's a
in. That makes
more
sense.
succinct way to put what I just said
Okay.
in about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
yes.
I mean, I just like to paraphrase what you said and
Right.
make it better.
Yeah, That's what your
but,
job is. SpongeBob movie, I'm over that one.
Yeah, no, I'm good. The Housemaid looks fun.
Housemaid with Sydney
not
Sweeney.
fun, not fun in
Yeah,
a
looks
fun way.
terrifying.
That is actually
Okay, so
one
that's
that looks
more of
kind
like
of scary.
it's
that
a
I will actually
psychological-
watch, right? Yes.
It's a psychological thriller, not a slasher, not blood and gore,
Mhm.
which
and
is
I'm
more your vibe.
interested to see how Amanda Seyfried
Yeah.
does this.
Right.
Like, I think that she's having kind of a moment,
Mhm.
and people have underestimated her. So I'm interested to see how that goes. But I am actually really excited about Is This Thing On? I think that's going to be fantastic.
Where is this thing on? Oh, is
Will
this thing on? Will
Arnett.
Arnett. Yes, I saw the
Yes.
trailer for this for the first time this weekend. Looks cute. Looks good.
I think it looks fun. Bradley Cooper running the show on
Yeah,
this one.
directing, right? He's a director. Okay, we got to get to. We'll take a break, but let's talk about Christmas Day.
Okay.
What's going to happen is Marty Supreme is going to go wide at that point, so everybody will be able to see Timothée Chalamet. We've got Anaconda with Jack Black and Paul Rudd
It'll
coming
be
out on Christmas
interesting
Day.
to see how those two stack up against each other.
Absolutely, kind of in the same breath.
Mhm.
Anaconda is paying homage to the 1990s Anaconda movie that came out. Basically, it is Paul Rudd and Jack Black saying that they want to remake that movie, so they travel down to the jungle, to the Amazon to try to make a movie, and hilarity and violence ensues, as you would expect with that one. Song Sung Blue.
Mm-hmm.
I am excited about this because I love Hugh Jackman and I love Kate Hudson. and they are coming together in what critics have said is bittersweet. It is heart-wrenching, but also uplifting at the same time. When you put those terms together, it will be interesting to me to see how the public responds, because a lot of times we like things that are really uplifting, or man, it changed me. But this one seems to be sort of a mix of the two.
A mix of the two. I feel like it's kind of got a Star is Born vibe to it.
Yeah, I can see that.
So it's definitely one. I'm just gonna have to like live in the theaters.
Yeah,
for
I
a
know.
while. Which it's a good time of year to do that, I guess.
This film is about a guy and his wife who fall in love and start touring around as a Neil Diamond tribute act. And then there are some health issues with some of the main characters, and so that's where the bittersweet and the heart-wrenching part comes in. Anyway, and they find their way eventually. So go see the trailer.
There's the relationship dynamic of anytime husband and wife team are trying to work together, and it can, there's all of that stuff involved. So
yes.
I think it'll be a good one.
It's going to be a big blockbuster winter movie season. We hope you get some tickets out there. Go check it out wherever you are.
Go to the theater.
Go to the theater. Check it out. And stay with us. We do have more to discuss. We want to get to our ever-important gift list where we're going to share with you.
You need to know what to get me, Jason.
It's just for me. The whole segment is just for me to know what to get Betsy.
Yes.
Stay with us. We got more right about now coming up just after this, after I hit the right button. Boom.
Two, three, four.
We're back. Thanks for joining us on right about now. Okay, so today, so far, we've talked about several things, including Spotify Wrapped, talked about the box office, the winter box office, the blockbusters. Now we're going to talk about gifts. So Betsy and I came up with this concept, and I failed to do my homework, which is par for the course.
He did.
I
was totally expecting it to.
Yeah, I know you were. I have done a little work while we've been sitting here. But you have done the lion's share of the work here, and you came up with a gift list of things that you just think are good gifts, right? And some of these are also on my list.
Yes, so the parameter was a good general gift for somebody, maybe whether you know them really well, but you just really don't know what to get them, or somebody who maybe you don't know so well, but you want to get them something that actually has, something to it. It's not just giving them, your basic coffee mug, whatever, which there's nothing wrong. I love a good homemade gift.
Sure.
Leave the coffee mug out of it. I don't need any more coffee mugs, but I love
What about
me a
this
good.
coffee mug?
Now that is a fantastic. I almost brought my Yeti mug today, but I just have my Onyx coffee cup.
Hey, that'll work.
So
gotta stay hydrated.
Gotta stay hydrated with that coffee. But yeah, leave the coffee mug out of it, but I will take your hot cocoa mix and your bread and your stuff all day long. But these are the non-homemade gifts.
Yep. Where do you want to start?
So I gave a couple of different options. We're going to start with my number one gift of an actual thing.
Yeah.
A
Stuff.
tangible, put your hands on it stuff.
Uh-huh.
Lola blankets.
Okay. Stealing
Friends.
ideas from you.
Now, these are not inexpensive, but they are worth every penny that you pay for them. They are amazing. You can wash them and they do not lose their softness. They are just amazing. There's different sizes. They top a lot of the different gift lists for good reason. Lola blankets, they are weighted just a little bit, not like a weighted blanket. They are weighted because they are just a really dense, nice blanket. But I also put on this list.
Are they all the same? Like I see a bunch, they're all kind of similarly priced, but different colors.
There's different colors, and then there's different sizes.
Okay.
So you can get the baby size, which is literally a baby blanket, friends. It will work for, up to probably 6-7 years old. Oh gosh, I didn't even mean to. Years old.
Yes, you did.
But then you have some different sizes. The extra large is essentially a queen size.
Oh, that's good to know.
Comforter. It is massive. So just the regular size blanket is it's an oversized throw. That's, on your sofa or whatever, that's a great one.
Man, a lot of
Even
these
the
are
slightly
sold out.
smaller one, a lot of them, they had a big run um, on Lola blankets. I actually ordered us one for the house, and they had to let me know that it was going to be delayed. But if you want the same idea, but not as expensive,
Uh-huh.
there are dupes of this, and you can actually get
Tell me more.
one at Kohl's that is still. We're not looking at inexpensive. It's Kohl's is always on sale, so it's on sale right now for $60. But it's a similar size. It's a very similar texture. It's a very similar weight. You can wash it. You will, after you wash it a couple times, start to notice the difference. It won't stay as soft. It's not quite as heavy. It's not quite as big.
I'm just disappointed that there are only two colors.
Now
There's
it does.
taupe
There's only in this.
and burnt orange.
They only
Who
have
in Arkansas
two
wants
kinda
burnt
weird
orange?
colors. Somebody who came here from Oklahoma
No, they would want it from Texas.
or
'cause
Texas.
they would be Longhorns.
Yeah. Well,
I guess OU,
I mean, this is
OSU.
the OSU.
It's
They're
gross.
orange.
Yeah. I would go with the taupe one.
I'd go with taupe over the orange. It doesn't. So it has kind of a suede back. It doesn't have. Lola is the same on front and back. This has kind of a suede back. But it is.
Is it
extremely
slightly
similar.
weighted also?
It is just. It's not as heavy as the Lola is. Because it's not as dense a fabric.
Sure.
But it is a pretty solid dupe. And I'm sure on Amazon and other places you can find other ones. I just know I've had my hands on this one, and it is very, very, very similar.
You say dupe. Is that your own word for this? I mean, I know that a
No.
duplicate, whatever.
A duplicate.
But is that
That's
cool?
a
Is that the cool thing to say?
That's the cool
Dupe.
way to say it.
All right, I didn't know.
Oh,
Now I know.
he
This is a
obviously
dupe.
doesn't do dupes, friends.
All I have is dupes, so when they become the standard, I don't know.
We don't know anymore.
I don't know anything other than a dupe.
Okay, so hands on it thing.
Right.
My number one is definitely this Lola blanket,
Okay.
or then the Kohl's version.
Can I give you my
Yes,
thing
I really
that I
wanna know
think
your
would be a
thing.
good gift for you maybe as you're
Okay.
working out? Okay, so here's the deal. I'm a runner, and I know this is specific to people
Wait.
who exercise.
What?
I know, but it could be for anybody.
Yeah.
So obviously there are a lot of, and you probably already have a set of these, so I'm probably preaching to the choir. A lot of research out there about how earbuds are damaging to your hearing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say probably 30% of my day with something crammed into my ear. Here at KNWA, I've got my, I'm listening to the booth in my ear when I go running
Yeah.
for 45 minutes to an hour and 45 minutes. I've got ear pods crammed in my ears, right?
Yes.
So they have come out this year, and it was sort of trending for a minute, something that they're calling bone conduction headphones, right? So these don't necessarily go into your ear, so you're kind of missing the
It
damage of
sits,
the eardrum.
like, right in front.
It sits here, and it uses vibrations, I think, on your temples or on the bones that are right here for you to hear the music. It's a completely different and sort of different way of thinking about headphones. So I would say these would be a great gift for anybody out there hoping to not incur hearing damage later in life, and specifically for people who spend a lot of time with earbuds in their ears. This could be a good alternative.
Yeah.
for
What
that.
y'all don't see is while he's on TV, he has this clear thing stuck in his ear
Right,
the
yeah,
whole time.
the whole time.
I don't have these yet, but several of the people, I've seen a lot of them at the gym.
Yeah.
I have some trainers that have these. They also really like them because you can still hear.
Right.
Like you can have a conversation with somebody going on. And I know like the newer AirPods will do that. You can like turn it down or whatever so that you can still have sound coming from both directions. But they like these because they can still carry on a conversation and still have their music on at the same time.
Yep. That's what I like.
I've not gone here yet. Have you tried these?
I haven't. I've just seen a lot of like positive thumbs up
Yeah.
from, especially from like the runner's circle or whatever. And I think specifically for runners, like me, we're running outside all the time.
Yeah.
There are cars and there are people,
I tend
honking
to,
horns
when
or
I'm
whatever.
outside, I just have one in
Yeah,
for that very reason.
right. And or even if it's a dog,
Mhm.
I mean, which happens, you're out running and some dog chasing you down and you don't hear it and it frightens you and or snaps at you. Hopefully not, but that has happened. And if you don't hear it until it's on top of you, then it's already too late.
Right.
And so this
Right.
is a good for even if you're just like doing yard work or something to remain alert. Is important.
I do want to try these. I have a tendency to wait, like I have over the ear and I have in the ear, and I tend to wait until something doesn't work
Right.
anymore
I'm the
to
same.
replace it. But this is definitely in the running for my next
Your next
option.
Yeah. I think this next thing, let's go to,
Okay.
is on both of our lists. And I
Mhm.
agree with you that getting the gift of airline miles is not only an experience, but
Mhm.
do you have a trick on getting airline miles? Like, when should you, and when is it just not going to make a lot of financial sense for you to purchase
So
them?
I have actually looked into this quite extensively to see if there is truly like a time that they're cheaper or
Right.
better. What I have found is if you use an airline miles credit card,
Yeah.
watch for their deals, because a couple of times a year they will put on like specials. If you buy, they're going
If
to
you-
double.
They'll double your miles
Right,
if
they're
you
going to
get
double
this
your
right
miles
now.
if you get this right now. It's
Yeah.
a great time to look. And then you can also, if you're going to redeem those miles, you're getting double to redeem them. So it's a great time to redeem them as well. And airline miles add up quickly, and they do make a difference. Even if it's just you're helping somebody upgrade from their normal ticket to a little bit of extra leg room,
Yep.
or they get to check their bag for free. You don't have to go overboard in buying an airline miles gift card for someone, giving them airline miles. And it is better to buy them a actual airline miles rather than trying to transfer yours.
Yes. Agreed.
Because if you try to transfer your miles to them, they're going to get a fraction of the miles, or you're going to have to pay more money. Just buy them a gift card that has the air miles on it.
I agree. Okay. Let's do a lightning round. We don't
Yeah.
have a ton of
We
time
don't have a
left.
ton.
Let's do you have like several local places that you could get gift cards
Yes.
to.
So
on here.
other things that are not things, not tangible
Right.
things.
They're
I
experiences.
love to give an experience for people who are adventurous, climb Bentonville, Boulders and Brews. Give them the experience of going and doing something that's physical, that's active, that's fun. Or
What would you say? Let's just talk
Yeah.
about that for a second.
Okay.
Let's say somebody hasn't ever been rock climbing or even bouldering. Obviously,
Mhm.
bouldering is a good place to start
Yes.
before you start to go out and actually climb higher, top rope or anything like that.
Right.
But what would you say to somebody to kind of push them over the edge to say, hey, this is a great opportunity for you to try something new hobby, new year, new you kind of thing?
So
You love it. So
I
sell
already
us
love
on
it. So it's kind of hard to, even for people who are afraid of heights. When you go to get on the wall, especially if you're going bouldering first, when you actually walk in and realize those walls are not that tall.
Right.
They're
No,
really not. And there are these super thick pads everywhere. The best thing that I can tell somebody to do, just break that ice, go in, use your card, tell them when you go in, you've never done this before. And someone will actually help you figure out what kind of shoes you need, show you how to do it, whether it's at Climb Bentonville, the first time you go, they're going to show you how to strap in, they're going to show you how to belay, all the stuff. But even at Boulders and Brews, they are going to give you some tips and tricks on how it all works. And just go and like put your hands on the rocks and step up and hold on to it for a second. Let yourself just kind of pop off onto the pad when you're just a foot off the ground and realize that it is not as scary as you
No.
think it is.
That's right.
The worst thing that's going to happen is you're going to fall backward onto a super soft pad.
And I'm just moving ahead.
Yeah.
Boulders and Brews, similar kind of thing.
Yes.
To Climb Bentonville, and that one's located in downtown Fayetteville. So that's a fun one to check out as well. Gift cards to these places are amazing, and they are experiences that you can't get anywhere
And you
else.
can do something as simple as just a day pass that's like $25 to several punches to a month, like depending on how much money you want to spend. You have some really great opportunities there.
Let's talk about Art and Soul Studios, Northwest Arkansas.
Art and Soul does this really cool canvas art where you're pouring the paint and you're making all of these really cool designs. Absolutely no experience necessary. It's a lot of fun. Big groups, little groups, great for a date night. And you can even do acrylic if you want to make like a cutting board, something like that. Really cool, hands-on. Very similar to the Community Creative Center.
Yep, Community Creative Center's on here too.
You've got some great opportunities there. Again, you can get just a small something that's like a date night or a single event.
I would totally recommend trying out some pottery. We have our friend Bryce Briscoe come on all the time to Good Day NWA, and he talks about teaching folks how to, model clay with their hands and create pottery. And you create it, they fire it, and then you get it, and
then you
all
have
included
this thing
with
that
the
you
cost of the
made.
class. So,
and again, no experience necessary for either of these things. They're going to do an amazing job of guiding you through it. And you have lots of different price ranges that you can go with there.
yeah. Okay, great stuff. We got time for a quick break right now. We'll come back in a second. We'll kind of wrap it up and send you on your way. So stay with us. We got more right about now coming up after this quick break.
One, two, three, four.
All right, everybody, welcome back. Just in time to send you off into your weekend, your week, whenever you're watching this thing. We hope you're having a good one. Bessie, thanks as always for joining me and bringing all those great ideas. You had a ton of great gift ideas this week, and I feel like I'm going to explore that blanket. I'm going to explore maybe some bouldering, rock climbing classes for people this year. Those are some great options.
I love it, and hopefully I'm one of the people that's going to get that. I'm kidding. Yeah, friends, really, go do the adventure stuff.
Yeah, and we're doing, I just put this out there for my son this year, as opposed, we are getting him a couple of stuff, right? We've kind of separated, got some things, but then we are also doing an experience coupon book, right? So
a whole coupon book.
So he gets to tear out the coupon and give it to us to use it for, movie night for you and a friend or whatever is one of the coupons will say, or, trip to Arcadia, whatever. So we've given him, there's going to be like an actual ticket in there to something that will cost money, but both of these are, most of these are inexpensive options, and we're kind of making it into a little coupon book that he can pull out and use whenever he wants to.
I love that, and I'm actually going to steal that idea because our Christmas gift this year is an experience. We're taking the kids on a trip. So I'm like racking my brain on, I want them still to have something to open. They already know about the trip.
Right.
But giving that, but I don't really want to spend more money on
No,
them.
I know. And so one of the things we've done, we're putting in there too, because we're going on a trip this summer and we're putting in a souvenir. So you can redeem this for $25 for a souvenir
while
wherever
we're there.
we are.
Yeah. Okay. That's awesome. So I'm going to steal that idea so that they know that they still have stuff that they can do throughout the year and they have something to open, but it's not right now.
You know what? That's my gift to you. Is that you can steal my gift idea.
Oh, thanks, Jason. You're so giving.
It's the time of year. It's the season. What can you say? Betsy, we love it when you come on. We'll see you again next week. We hope you tune in again next week. And we say it every week, but it's just a good reminder that you can't be right about everything, but you can be right about now. We'll see you next time, everybody.